Since I work in the education world, I'm always dealing with people who are trying to get jobs. And it astounds me that most schools that I talk to, they have like no strategy when trying to get an interview. I mean, all they say is basically just apply to as many schools or apply to as many job companies as possible. And they say you should be applying to like 100 companies a day. And that once you get to a certain point, it's all about numbers. Now, you see what, okay, do you know how crazy it is out there? So I created this entry-level position just for 1 week. I just wanted to see like, what are companies seeing when they are opening up these jobs? And I had it open for 1 week and just give a guess how many applications I got for 1 week, because 1 week is a very short time. How many applications do you think I got? Because I got over 700. And if you go and look at these jobs that are open for, 2 months, like if you extrapolate that, that means that a job, any company that when they put out an entry-level position job, like they're getting inundated with what's 7 times 8? Like, I mean, over 5,000 resumes. Now, obviously, we can't sift through that. So let's kind of look at the mathematics of this, right? So let's say that I open up a position for 2 months. How many people do you think I can interview? Because an interview process takes what, 4 to 8 hours? So let's say it takes 8 hours. How many people do you think I can interview? What, like 5 max, right? If I'm getting over 5,000 applications, how in the world are you going to win that lottery? 5 applicants, 5,000 applications. So that's what the shotgun strategy that most schools are telling you. They're trying to get you in by just basically trying to win the lottery. And that's really basically no strategy at all. So I'm going to tell you what to do if you want to increase your chances of getting an interview from less than 1% to over 50%. And this is facts. So if you look it up, if you have a reference in a company, then your chances of getting an interview skyrockets. And so the key thing is you need a reference. So of course the next question is, okay, how am I going to get a reference? I don't know anyone in the company. Okay, that's fine. This is what you do. So let's say you are applying to a company that is, a small company and, you're trying to get the coding job, right? What I would do is I would go on LinkedIn and then search for coders or software developers inside this, company, this bank or finance, whatever, right? You go and search it up and then you're like, okay, when you see these people, what you should do is you try to make a connection request. And so you just reach out to them and you go and say, hey, so again, this is where you got to kind of have some salesmanship, but you want to kind of reach out and say, hey, I'm really inspired by your company's movement. I really like what you guys are trying to do. You guys, like, let's say they're like a company that finances small businesses, right? Then you could just say something like, hey, I'm really a big fan of small businesses. I like what you guys are trying to do. I'm trying to break into the software industry. Can you kind of give me some tips on what to do and what it's like? And as you try to spark up this conversation with people, they'll start to listen to you. And then if you can talk about some kind of shared background or something, they're going to really kind of shine on you, because in the end, a lot of people want to help people. I know like this world, we're getting all crazy, but the truth is most people want to help people. I mean, think about it. Have you ever had like someone junior or someone behind you kind of ask you, oh, like where should I go for college? Like you want to help them out because you were in that position before. And so if you kind of put yourself in this position that I want to help you, or I want I really admire you. I wanna learn what you learn. I wanna do what you do. That's gonna kind of create this relationship. And then as you cultivate this relationship, if you try to always be helpful, so this is where you gotta listen to them. If there's anything where you feel like, hey, I can help this guy out, let me help you out for free. Don't expect payment. Right now, you gotta pay your dues. And so if there's any way you can find out, hey, I can help you out, whether shared interests, anything, develop that relationship. Then at one point you can ask, hey, would you be willing to be my reference? When you do that, that reference, that relationship, that person's gonna know. See, the big thing that a lot of companies don't want, they don't want to, they have a lot of models in companies where they're like, we don't hire brilliant jerks. And a lot of what companies are trying to filter out are people who appear nice at interviews, but then once you critique their code or tell them there's a bug, they like blow up. And what people are looking for is a good team player. And that's why references are so important. That's why references are so valuable. So if you strike up a conversation with somebody and they see that you're a go-getter, they see you're working hard, they see you're super helpful, and then they vouch for you, then your chances of getting an interview goes to over 50%. And you just basically flip the game. So this is a very different approach than what most schools are teaching you. Most schools are saying go for quantity, but I say go for quality. You want to really hit these companies and deconstruct them. You gotta look at these companies and say, hey, listen, I see your values, I see your mission, and I'm all down with it. And if you do that, that's going to help you really stand out from everybody else. So this is what you should be doing. This is the way to step ahead, because other than that, you're basically just putting in your ticket to win a lottery that has 1 in 1,000 odds. And so that's why they say you should be applying to hundreds of applications of companies a day, because it's all just a lottery until one day you get randomly be picked. And isn't it much better to have fate in your own hands rather than just go by chance? Because you never know when you will hit. Good luck and work hard.